Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and on this video we're going to be going over the latest updates. It is concerning our second skill slot and these 7 base skills. Now if you're already in the game and these base skills are not showing up in your in the game, you will need to exit out. Whether you're playing through mobile, you will have to update it and the sections of wherever it is you're playing from, and it's a whole lot easier to update on the mobile than it is on Steam, which where I am playing from, because you will need to exit out of Steam, then log back in order to extract the package and actually upload it into the app. So I had to do that because I I logged in first, and I was like, wait, I think they already uploaded the update for the game and for the second skill slot, and it wasn't there. So I had to close out the game and close out Steam and log back in order for the update to actually take an effect. So if that is in your case, it's not showing up, you will need to do that. All right, let's go over these skills. Okay, as you know, we got these now. I think we only had remember, I think 4, if I'm not mistaken. And now we have an extra one. So we got for the R. I normally just use that for the regular cross scale because I'm so used to having that right there next to the WASD, and the R is always right there. I always have it right there. So I always I'm gonna keep it there for my regular cross skills, and for my Z, I will be using either for it's for my the consumable for the the extra stuff like XP, armor, and attack, because I'm so used to having the Z part. I don't really use the Z part, so I'll just probably use because I normally the X and the R is always I'm always have it right on my left side, always focusing on it, because I always have the X for the sorry for the X. I normally have it for the consumable, and the R is for the cross scale. So I'm so used to having those on there. Since I hardly ever use the consumable unless I'm doing a boss battle, I'll put it on a Z, and the X, since I'm always pressing on it, I will use that for the actual base skills the new base skills that we're actually getting. So I decided to use the block because, and as mentioned here, is briefly prevents all damage attack. You cannot attack while shielded, and the cooldown is 1 minute. The cooldown is a little too long, and the skill effect is prevent all damage taken. You cannot use abilities while protected. See, it's a plus 1000 protection, and the duration is 4 seconds. So that's a little too short for a duration. At least 10 seconds. The duration is way too short. And I'm not sure what this stun is. It says prevent all action. So are you actually stunned in place while the skill is active? So I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to be trying that out here in a little bit. And the other skills are the dash. This one, you just rush forward a short distance, like a small like push forward. So it's like very short, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. It's too long. As I mentioned, these skills should not be more than the cooldown should be no more than 10 to 15 seconds. They're too long for a cooldown. As for the mark, this one is actually will be very useful, especially if we are gonna be fighting against Konohana on the pirate and the ninja boss, because this will very come in handy due to the fact that you actually increase damage for. Also, the duration is too short for 4 seconds. It should be at least, let's see, at least 5 seconds. At least 5 to 6 seconds. That's too short. Because most of us sometimes, even though we're trying to get our skills ready in order to do damage, the duration is way too short. At least for me. And also the cooldown is also way too long. 10 to 15 seconds. That should be the max on cooldowns. Anything more than that is way too long, and it just slows down the game. By the time I play and I have to wait for my skill to cool down, I get annoyed, and it slows down the gameplay, because you have to wait for your skills to actually to cool down. That's kind of annoying. Even though you're trying to time it, I hate it, because you get stuck with just standing there getting hit, or you using your auto attack. That's what annoys me about some of these cooldown. It's way too long. Okay, our next base skill is Fester. I was right about this one regarding that it's a deal over time damage, and it will actually reduce the incoming healing. So if you have let's see, do we have any? Well, besides our own classes, the only thing that this would be probably, I'm not sure if this would be useful on the PvP, because it would be very useful on PvP if you're using the paladins and the other like the healer class. So yeah, if you target your opponent with this, I mean their their incoming healing is gonna suck, like minus 60% incoming healing, and the duration is only 6 seconds. Yeah, that's okay. 6 seconds. The cooldown is also way too long. Now the next skill is the mend. This is the okay, heal the lowest health ally nearby. So that is actually I don't know. Besides just healing, this mend should be more than just heal. It should actually like remove any kind of what do you call it, like a debuff effect or stunned, or like you can't use your skills. That's what this should be. Something besides just healing, like you remove any kind of debuff or any effect that is affecting you at the moment when you're doing your combat. The heal power is it's all right. The cast time is a little too long. Well, no, is that too long? 0.1 seconds. And the cooldown is also way too long. These cooldowns should not more than 15 seconds. That should be max on all these base skills. Okay, and the next one is the rush. Create an area that speeds up an allies. Duration is 5 seconds. That's too short. That should be at least 10 seconds. Cooldown is also way too long. Should be at least 15 seconds. No more. That is just way too long for a cooldown. Okay, and it's mentioned the swiftness increased movement speed by 65%. The duration is also way too short. Okay, let's see. On this one, the rush. It create an area that speeds up allies. Is that like a circle, like a bubble? Because we have something like that already. I mean, that is the what was it? Oh, the sprint from the ninja. So that the cooldown for the sprint is 20 seconds. As I mentioned, cooldown should be no more than 15 seconds max. And this is actually pretty good. 65%. Duration is 3.7. See? Our cross skills is way better than this. See, that's way too short duration. So I'm not sure how we're going to use that in combat. Because it only is increased movement speed. If you want to increase, like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to use that yet. I'm gonna have to figure it out later. And this one is I think this one is the actual sort of dodge type base skill. Move forward quickly. It's similar to the way the ninja class is. I think it's either the third or the fourth skill where you move forward and the other one moves backward. This would be very useful. Now, if you use this along with this, I mean, if you can choose one, the block would be very useful. Right when because what's his name, Konohara, he always uses the shuriken after he does the wide AOE, where he actually stops you from moving, and he does it damage you individually, or if you have more than one in the circle. If you use this right when you get close to him, it would really negate that effect, his shuriken, because he targets like 3 players at a time, and the health, I mean the damage he does is like, it takes away like almost 80% of your health. So this would be good to have, along with this quick step in case one of them, because the cooldown is just ridiculous, 1 minute, and this one is what, 45 seconds. Oh, this one's 5 seconds. Yeah, this one would probably be better. So when you get like a little close, you have to like time it, because I think it's around. It's just, you know, when he does the circle on the ground, where when you step on it, the trap circle, it's about that distance from end to end. And when you get close to that, just press this. I mean, you can see when he does it, because he will point, he will extend his arm out when he does the shuriken throw. So when he does that, just press this, because especially if you're the closest one, Near him, the three players close one to him, he will be targeted by the shuriken. So if you use this right when he throws it at you, it will actually you will actually dodge it. So this will be fairly useful if you don't want to use the block. But if you use it together, no, you can't use it together because you have to have the other one, the other skill for the cross skill, the health, because everybody needs the health, the extra health. So have that one and pick one of this or this one. Because this one's a little, the cooldown of this should be, it's too long. Yeah, I would probably choose this one, especially on a tight spot. No, yeah, I would. It's hard to choose. Okay, I mean, one of you needs to at least have a block, and one of you needs and have the other one as a mark. One of you guys have a mark, or you can cycle through. At least three of you guys, if there's 5 players, cycle through the mark. That way, he's always being damaged when extra 20% incoming damage to him. That way, I mean, you can tell when you use a skill on him because it shows up on his bar, and all you do just time it because the duration is only 4 seconds. So that's nuts. That's way too short. So just cycle it between 3 guys because the cooldown is just gonna kill you. It's not gonna do any too much, given the fact it only lasts for 4 seconds. So you just gonna have to time this one, depend on how many players you have with you. All right, let's go check it out. See if I can actually make. I don't know. I think I'm not gonna check it out because this video is already way too long. All right, guys. I think that I really explained it. I got a few of these right before the thing was actually coming to the game because all we had was just the name of it. We didn't give you any information, so I was kind of right regarding the fester. And as for the men, I wasn't somewhat right, but not really because I thought it would be something else. And the block will become really handy right now because I'm still trying to get the travel form and the last statue from Konohari. All right, guys, that will be all on this video regarding the updated base skills for our second slot into the game. All right, guys, if you're actually playing it and you actually started using it, and I'm just wondering which one do you like the best, or do you have any combination with the cross skill and the new base skill? Alright guys, that'll be all on this video, and as always, thanks for watching. Later, peace.